What's up, everybody? Oh, I guess it is start time. Just getting everything set up here. Solo dolo today. Hey, guys. Shout out to Christian Bro and Petra over on TradingView. Good to see you guys. I had a little mix up with the YouTube links as usual. Restream.io likes to default to like just create its own, and I pre-create the YouTube ones. Anyways, that's stuff the producer usually handles, but it's a holiday today. Give him the day off. Here alone. Pulling all the bells and whistles. The nice thing is it lets us have music. We usually don't have music in the background. So for those of you who like the music, that's nice. See if I can hear it. I can't hear it right now. How about now? Nah, then I hear myself. It's weird. So I'll just leave it for you guys. I've heard it before. It's good stuff. Shout out to you guys on YouTube. Hopefully you found your way over here. There are 2 events going right now. One of them I tweeted out. The other one I'm actually live on. It's a ninja stream. Gonna get started here in just a minute. Once I set up 2 more things. Hope you guys are having a great day. It is kind of nice out here where I'm at. I wouldn't know. Don't go outside very much because it's alt season. It's actually not even alt season yet. I mean, there's some really nice rallies going on. But true alt season, that FU, oh my God, my face just melted off. That is not here yet. Hopefully it's coming. I see signs that say, yes, it is. Oh, shit. I'm looking at the wrong YouTube chat. I was like, where is everybody? I'm still in the old one. Hey, guys. Blade Runner, Osiris, Hancy, Paul J, Dominic, Lily. Good to have you guys back. Coach Papa in August, and Vorpexis. ETH breaking all-time high today. That's not small news. Okay, let's get started. We're ready. We are ready. I guess that means I got to do this. See you guys in a sec. Ooh, okay. Got to preload that trading simplified thing next time. I'm so spoiled to have a producer here at all times with every stream. So when he's not here, it's like back to July 2020 when I was just farting around on here with 8 subs. I've picked up a few tricks along the way. That's why you can hear music. That's why you can see this nice studio, which my producer had made, which is great. Anyways, guys, good to see you all. I'm excited to get after the charts today. There is a lot going on. Obviously, it's crypto. It's 24/7. But it's kind of mind-numbing how much is going on. You know, every time I look and I'm like, yeah, okay, I got my positions. This is great. And then, like, I look left and there's some news or there's something that I kind of already had on my radar that's just going off. It's very hard to feel like you're doing all you can do. It's very hard to like achieve a level of contentness in this market. Part of that's just like internal, like meditation, you know, be at one with what you have, what you did, what you got. I have a painful story to share with you guys. I wasn't sure I was going to talk about it today. It's not even a big deal. I made money on the trade, but it really bugged me last night. It drove me nuts. Actually, my buddy posted this chart like in our Discord late last night, and he's like, hey, remember this one? And he's like, yeah. He's like, well, it just 100x. I was like, oh my God. So I'll tell you that story because, like, you know, you're never going to catch everything. No matter what strategy you employ, if it's flipping and rotating, that's really effective. It's been going great for me. But then you look back, I look back once in a while, and I see certain things, and then usually it's like, whatever. I miss shit all the time. This one stung. For a couple of reasons. One, because I had planned to hold some. I sold enough that I had a free position. I even sold some more and made some money. And then I was like, yeah, I'm just going to hold this. And 2 weeks later, because it was just abysmal, like the chart was just abysmal, I sold it. It is now up 100x. And I just am like, oh, and not like a small, you know, like 100x, like it's 6 figures. And that stuff's going to happen. When you fuck around in a market like this, you will not catch them all. So it was a nice reminder for me. My trade journal this morning, I was like, verbal diarrhea in the trade journal. And the takeaway was like, save a moon bag. Actually save a moon bag. And here's another tip that I gave to myself. Maybe it'll help you out. Use a different wallet for things you don't want to trade. Okay, there are some times when I see a pivot in the market, when I see something I don't like, when I just decide my portfolio is too spread out, and then I go down my Uniswap, you know, like you're on Uniswap and you have your one wallet. I mean, for me personally, like I have one wallet that I mostly trade from, and I look down that list, and sometimes there's even coins in there that aren't on my portfolio, and I'm like, oh fuck, I still have some of that. Sell. If I want to hold something, like legit, just like give it 6 months, give it 8 months, blindly, then I need to get it out of my sight. I need to not count it. I need to not watch it. I need to not see it go up and down, because me personally, I can't see a chart in a strong downtrend and not sell it. Like, obviously not sell it at the bottom, but you know what I mean? Like if I see a downtrend or if I see like a break in structure, I'm like, why would I hold that? But there is a part of my portfolio and a part of my life that I want to hold, like especially after I have a free position. So anyways, you guys want to know what coin it is? Let's go check it out. It's a weird one, man. It's like, I have not seen too many charts like this. Now, excuse me while I set up this thing real quick. It's a little bit gross. Doesn't come in all the pretty colors I usually have it on. And when you restart your computer, ChartX Pro resets your chart, and there's no template for it yet, so that's too bad. There's a slight template. You can see my volume is colored, pre-colored, but not that. Okay. So we're all set up here. You guys want to see this? This really hurts. But you know what? Like, good on them. I mean, I'm happy for this project. I bought some of this in the pre-sale last year in September. I mean, you can already guess where I bought it, and you can probably guess where I sold it. Look at this thing. And I hadn't looked at it in months. And then my buddy's like, hey, want to hear something stupid? I was like, yeah. I was like, we are literally scum. We all sold down here. Now it looks stupid here, but let me zoom in. Let me show you what I saw, because I had to unpack this last night. I was like, what the fuck was I thinking? This is what I was thinking. And obviously like way too zoomed in. But like it came out, it was great. It was like 4x, you know, I'm like, oh, 400%. I'm going to take my initial back, you know, sell 25%, get my initial back. And then it was like, ooh, look at this downtrend. And then this broke. And now it's like, okay, we're going to go find a floor, negative price discovery. And me being Mr. Trady McTrady decided, you know, I can cut that. So I cut and I cut, and then I even held another bag like a little bit. And then when it bounced up here, I thought, ooh, like, fuck it. And so I ended up getting out like all here. And of course, I keep watching it for a few days and I'm like, oh, look at me. I'm a champ. It's dead. You know, it's just going to go and chill for a bit. Yeah, trading psych, Blade Runner, I feel you, man. So important. And so we're going to just talk about this. Then we're going to get into ETH. Yeah, guys, ETH is all-time highs. So I don't want to go too far in this, but like, I thought I'd share it because I know a lot of people deal with this, and I want to, you know, explain how I'm dealing with it, because it did sting last night, which is weird because I miss a lot of shit, and this one's the only one that really pissed me off. More at myself. And so here's why. So like, okay, great trade. Sell here because I know it's going down, but the key is, and this is where I fucked up, I did not keep an eye on it. I did not watch it because that position I sold here was queued, or earmarked, I should say, for a hold, like 6 months at least. Can't invest in a project and not give it at least 6 months to find itself. Really, you should be giving it 1 to 2 years. But this is crypto. These are cycles. If I get 100x, I'm not giving it another year. I'll just take some. Anyways, I didn't go back and look at it. And obviously, like the odd time that I did over the next few weeks, I just kept feeling good about myself. I was like, yeah, look at that. Great. Like, it keeps going down. This thing went to a penny and then just stayed sideways for a while. And then they announced something. I think it was like a PayPal integration or something. Really cool project. Anyways. And then it was just like, and I stopped looking and I stopped looking, and it was like, like, look at that initial upshot. This is only 23 cents. Okay. So it actually ended up going to a fucking dollar. Like, what? So with that amount that I was feeling pretty good about is probably worth something like, $900,000. I'm not rich, guys. That stings. It stings a lot, only because I didn't follow my plan. So let's just keep an eye on, wow, right? Like, holy shit. So it's in a whole other world now. It's not even like, it's never going to be a penny again unless it goes out of business or whatever. So, it stings. I'm not buying it now. I'm not looking for retrace. This is a lesson I'm learning. I'm moving on. We're going to look in charts today, guys. But as far as like, so the takeaway here, the alpha, the thing I learned, because I will make mistakes and I will improve over time. And to do that, I need to like look at this objectively and like learn from it, journal it. And that is, if you have a plan, cool, trade the downside, but don't sleep on it. Like, get your bag back, get that free position back that I planned to hold originally, and then actually hold it. Stick it in a wallet that I don't look at, maybe even like a ledger I don't have access to, somewhere, not in my house. Maybe a multi-sig where like somebody that I trust and know has to let me sell it. So there's all these like barriers to it, and then just actually hold it. Because then he could be like, hey, bud, that thing's up 100x. I'd be like, oh, fuck. Now you can unlock that for me, bud. Can you sign that transaction? I'm going to go sell some. Yeah, it's a big oof. Like, it happens, right? It's hilarious that you can casually say it happens, but it does happen. And it doesn't have to. And so that's why I'm big on holding moon bags and free positions. So I fucked it this time. And I only noticed last night. I was like, bro, you could have just never told me. It probably would never have known. But anyways, there's my opening rant today. Let's get into the charts, guys. Ethereum breaking to all-time highs. We talked about it on Wednesday, and I kept saying, Messi's like, this thing's going. I said, cool, but let's get a close. Let's get a close above here so I can say by my standards, by my trading plan, that we've confirmed this. Because if you look at it on my other chart, I think it was this one. Nope, definitely not. Where was it? Yeah, there it is. By what I had charted on it, I was thinking fib pong, maybe come down. Now look, we're not out of the woods yet. One thing I definitely wouldn't do here is be like, whoa, this is free money. I'm going to long ETH on on leverage, because this is weekend price action. It's Friday, but it's a holiday. Markets are closed. Big boys are sleeping. They're not working today. So, I am not going to rush and leverage this. But if we get any kind of like, oh no, sad face, like next week or something, I will not forget about this confirmed bullish market structure, and I will go and hunt very aggressively for longs. Now, I feel like most people will do that, and it's kind of a busy trade, and it, less chances it'll happen. But I'm not worried about that. My play is not to get, obviously with leverage you can do better than this, but like 45%, like that's a sick run if we do that this month. But that's not my focus right now. I've got some bags. I'm trading altcoins. I'm looking for that liquidity cycle. Get the majors going, get the mids going, get the micros going. Alt season, baby. That's what I'm here for. That's what I think's coming. And, it's not a secret. Cat's out of the bag now. Everyone and their grandma is reporting on the breakdown in Bitcoin dominance. So, that's it, man. It's really exciting right now. Q2 is historically, in my brief 4-year experience, quite friendly to altcoins. It was in 2017 when I first joined. That's actually the face melting gains that drew me into the space. But then it was 2018, 2019. Even in those years, there was some semblance of like, oh, it's alt season in the spring, April, May, June kind of thing. And then last year it was like accumulation through April, May, and then it kind of started on June, and then it really took off in July. But the signs of reversal, the W's coming in on charts, those all started in like March and April, right after the big stupid dump. So that's kind of what I'm seeing right now. Something's in my eye. It's bugging me. No, the world incense. We have not looked at Ether BTC yet, so we definitely will shortly again. So yeah, those accumulations are happening now. I'm going to look into the charts. I've got a short list here from Binance, and I thought I got a KuCoin list. Maybe we'll go down some KuCoin charts, and I can show you kind of how I scan. You got to do it quickly. because what I found is if I scan like every coin, and one day I tried to do Bittrex, Huobi, Qcoin, Binance. By the time I was done, I was too tired to trade or like actually go back to the short lists and setups and all that. And I didn't end up getting any positions. And a lot of my short lists ended up doing really well. So lesson learned. I usually stick to Binance because the volume's high, the liquidity's great. However, maybe today we'll take a peek down Qcoin, because if this is going to be what I think it's going to be, there won't be too many places for shitty little altcoins to hide. They'll all be pumping. That's not what I'm looking for. Let's go weekly. I want to show you guys what I see on the Bitcoin Dominance Weekly, because that is the broader picture here. And this is something I've had drawn up. If you guys follow us on HXROLabs.io, I put out a weekly newsletter on Tuesdays. It's just a list of all the weekly charts and then a few little heat map items, which I got to say, we're going to talk about today. Blank absolutely smacked. Feel great about that one. Nice trade. And yeah, this thing I've really been charting on like this basically for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks. And it's been boring. It's been like, oh yeah, another week consolidation, but this is a big signal. And it's not going to be a straight, it's not going to be like, oh, alt season. Like, it's going to take months. And there's going to be chop in there. There's going to be dump days. There's going to be, oh my God, was that the top moments? So as much as I would preach like dry powder can be really valuable even when things are looking really good. Doesn't mean like I'm going to go all in. I still got not as much as I want, but I've got some dry powder. If BitCloud opens up and hits exchanges, I will have a lot more of dry powder. For now, a lot of it's tied up in there. But I took some positions. So we'll talk about sort of where I'm at, where I've parked money, because, that might give you a little insight into, what the hell I'm doing. And then we'll talk about the short lists. And unfortunately, even a short list is actually quite long right now because everything looks so fucking good. So there's a lot of positions I don't have that I would like to get, and how I'm going to rotate those so that I don't end up chasing. Because there's probably a few situations right here where I could just like put some size into like 3 or 4 different positions and just chill and not even, not even sweat it. Set some stop losses, whatever. But as it turns out, I think I'm spread out into like 15 coins. So we'll look at those. Let's see. So yeah, ETH, next area, 3,000 to 3,300. This kind of analysis has been working so well throughout the bull market. So I'm not going to change it now. More on Bitcoin I was charting before, but like these kind of fib extension levels and then pullback and then fib extension pullback has just been crack. Can we go look at that? I don't actually have it prepared here, guys, but let's see. Maybe the Bitcoin daily. Let's see if it's on here. I've changed them a lot along the way, so oh well, partial, but I mean you can see here from here to here the extension was right up here. I don't know why it's not showing up. That's weird. Oh, I do, and it's because of that for some reason. Nope, I don't. It's weird. Anyways, this was the fib extension line, and look how nicely it marked it and then just pulled back. So when we went into price discovery from here, this was an area that I was paying myself. When we go into price discovery from here, let's just clean this up because I don't know why it's all weird and gross. This will be the area that I'm paying myself. And that's not nothing. That's 90K. But that's where we're at. If we break up from here, I won't be getting too shorty if I wanted to short this market. And I don't know why I would do that. Even if I can nail a scalp or two, the trend is up. And so I'm not going to counter that. But yeah, 90K looks crazy until it doesn't. And let's see, maybe there's a chaos little tie in there. Love when they line up. Yeah, kind of similar to ETH. Chaos is a little higher, capturing the energy from this consolidation and spitting it out. So this is where I'm targeting. And that takes us all the way up to 103, guys. So that's pretty dope. It's not about saying this is where it will go. It's like, this is where I'm watching for it to go. If I can find a long setup to carry me there, great. If I want to find an area where maybe I'm going to take some risk back off and just let it see what the price is going to do, you got to have sort of milestones if you trade like I do. This is an area I'm doing that. So anyway, sorry, rant and heavy. Let me make sure it's only ETH season. Yeah, we'll see. Happy Friday. Howelson, thanks, man. You too. Happy Friday. Trading Psych, yep. Happened to me with VRA, missed out 20x, yep. Coach Papa, we've all done it, right? We've all felt that at some point. If you trade enough, if you move around enough, yeah, Yeah, it's a big oof. Okay, I'm catching up on the chat. CFI IDO today. August. CFI did do an IDO today. And I do have some RTX tokens. So that's cool. Hardware wallet is good for that. Yep. You think, oh, I'll get that bag. Then you don't because you're lazy and you want to go. Yeah, exactly. NRG. I actually looked at NRG today. That's kind of interesting that you would mention that. The volume wasn't as sexy as I want it to be. So here's the thing. Yeah, trend lines off body, wick too aggressive. Yeah. NCT name change token. Okay, so we got a few ideas here. ADA looks ready to break out. Ooh, ADA. Man, ADA is public favorite #1. And that's not to bash it. That's a public drives tokens. And I actually got a message from my cousin who I haven't heard from in a while. He's like, hey man, I finally listened to you. I bought some ETH last month. Thanks for that. It's already up. Looks like it's doing pretty well. And ADA looks really good too. And I was like, it's just funny that of all the tokens in the world, him being like an excellent public proxy of just sort of like what your average guy just like looking at crypto sees after Bitcoin and ETH, it's ADA. Not only for the ranking, but I think their marketing and whatever is just fucking strong. Let's go look at them. Because if they're about to break out, well, that does not look like it's about to break out. Maybe you're talking about Bitcoin chart. I mean, it's consolidating after a really nice run, and it doesn't look like a top, and that's because on the most recent high, it got the most volume, or at least, not the highest volume, but like really high volume. So it doesn't look like it's done. This is like consolidation volume. Probably want to just watch for a break of this trend line here. Something like that. So, you know, get a break here, and it's probably up for another leg. Always probably. Can't guarantee shit in these markets. And then, yeah, like what does another leg look like? $2. I feel a little, you know, like I feel like, man, I should have seen that one coming, even though I don't love the project. I was looking at ADA right here. And I got bored. I got bored and sold it. I had a little bit because of this breakout here, and then it was just kind of chilling along this like level. I was like, man, like that just claimed that level and it's just chilling. Probably good. I didn't know it was going to do this. Seems like the theme for today, but that's okay. I've got one that looks like that hasn't moved yet. Do you guys want to see it? I picked some up yesterday. TRB. Look at this. Look at this. Now, okay, that's kind of gross. This sell volume here is not great. Not going to abandon ship just on that, but TRB key level here is support, breaks down, comes up, tested as resistance, breaks through, comes back to retest it. I feel good about an entry here, EMA, you know, and like a pretty decent little accumulation range, nothing epic. Obviously, it could just say, I'm not ready, and just, you know, come back down and do it all over again. And then the next time it's even more likely. And then the next time it's even more likely. But when it finally does get out of this range, ooh, like TRB. So I did take some positions yesterday on this retest. I might have to readjust. Oftentimes on retests, I find that you end up with something like this. Not that, but this. And then you're in this pump chaser zone, which is kind of close, or even worse, the reload zone. And by the time you buy the retest and it gets down here, you just want to sell, right? You're like, oh, stop loss or whatever. But that's your sweet spot. And that's often where if it does not just run hard, it'll end up like, and then I look back after and I'm like, why don't I just start trading those sweet spots like indefinitely? And I do often trade the sweet spots for that reason, but this one, I don't know, just looked good to me. Not to say like DIA as well. There's a few sort of Oracle names that just look similar. And when I see trends and I see patterns, I get excited because then you can usually use one to spot the next. So on the same day I picked up TRB, DIA had just broken out of this accumulation range. Really similar, really nice, decent buy volume here. I mean, whether it's like down, down, down before it goes up, like this is a low in my opinion. This is like money coming in, putting in a bottom, and I just want to be long from anywhere in this range. If it's range high, mid-range, range low, I'd rather not buy range high, but if it's just broken out and it's retesting it, I will. So this one looks good too. And then it's like, well, who leads the oracles? Chainlink. Look at Chainlink. Chainlink as markets so often do, took back the entire rally and put in a nice little W down here, which is the reversal of that downtrend right here. Higher low, break of that, which is the higher high, which says we're now in a new trend. But don't chase, because often on those breakouts, you can just buy at the sweet spot reload zone of that breakout, and that's exactly what we just saw. So what do I want to see when we get to that level after that breakout down into the reload zone? I want to see reversal here. And kind of have that. It's like trying to. It is Link. It'll have its day in the sun every month or whatever, you know. Link likes to run. It's a strong project, partnered with the whole world. Great network effect. So if Link runs, and it looks very tempted to run here, then I expect DIA, TRB, Oracle coins like that to do well. And there was one other on my list. Damn it. It's on my short list. Anyways, so those are my thoughts about oracles. And like, if they run, they'll run together. So the other way to play that is to just wait. You know, wait for one of them to just go banana sandwich. And then go pick up the other ones, because they'll echo. And that's the beauty of alt season. If you guys have not witnessed that, you should check out echo rallies. We've seen a lot of them lately. There was Uni, Sushi, 1 Inch, Serum, all those dexes that just kind of had a crazy run, somewhat correlated together. Then BNB went insane. So what do you go pick up? You go pick up KCS, HT, OKB, all the other exchange tokens, and they went all crazy too. Then you had NFTs go nuts, right? AXS, Mana, Sand, all running together. And so oracles is another sector that I just think looks ready, looks good, but it's it's not running yet. You can see right here. This is where I like to get in, right when I see that it's the first possible confirmation that it's going to. That's the best time for me to get in. And then the hard part is sticking to your guns, because usually it can take like a few weeks. Then it goes up a bit and you get excited, then it takes half that back and you're like, fuck. But it's really like the 6 weeks later where you see this kind of thing. So gradually and then suddenly. Gradually and then suddenly. Right? That's just the way markets work. Gradually and then suddenly. And so you don't want to, you don't want to get caught getting, like, if it's a midterm position, getting too aggressive profit taking, and then suddenly you miss the real party, and it can cause you to FOMO back in, and then get wrecked. Happened to me in 2017. Oh, when I was learning the hard way. Probably happened to a lot of us, right? You get out, you feel good, then you get back in because you just can't stand it. It's going crazy, and then you get dumped on, and you end up middling your profits. So yeah, that's my take on oracles. I think they're going to be back in the hype seat too. As well, Blade Runner. Please check out BSV. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about Craig Wright coin. So many good coins out there. I don't know. Secret. Yeah, Linus, I'm going to hit you up with Secret. Now, that's not to say you can't make money on BSV. I just don't know why you would want to. Like, that's one of the more puzzling coins for me. I won't get into it. I have a big rant about that one, but it's just like, I don't know what to say to people that shill me on BSV based on what I've seen about Craig Wright and just how he is and who he is, and admittedly haven't looked into what makes it cool at all, but okay, we're moving on. Let's see. Secret is one that's on my short list, so you will see it here somewhere down here. It's on my short list. I love it. I think it's a strong play. Privacy tokens are starting to move. I got a little birdie told me the other day. I actually haven't gone to look, but long XMR, long Zcash, privacy coins getting a play. So Secret, no different. Nice breakout on volume here to kind of stamp this reload zone and say, I'm ready to go. So I feel pretty good about it. I was very tempted to FOMO in yesterday, but I'm waiting for this retest. So actually today might be a day where I pick up some Secret. Secret Network is very interesting to me. Bullish on it. I think it's like a $250 million market cap, so relatively low for a strong platform play. Now that the top 100 is pretty much all billion plus, suddenly a 200 million is a 5x potential if you think it's relevant, right? It's fucking sweet how that happens. 2017, 100 million was like your top 100. And then in the bear market, like there was like a $47 million coin that was in the top 100. It was very sad. We went down so hard. Yeah, Bell looks similar to the other two, and I have a long position on that one as well. As you would know if you followed our ideas section on TradingView. So if you haven't done that, go check it out. The cool thing about that is you can't delete them. So if I have a shitty idea, it's going to stay up there on the wall of shame. But trading is not about being right. It's about making good decisions, one after another after another. And that's perhaps a conversation we should have today too. I did put out a little tweet today on the back end of Calio's tweet. It's the guy on Twitter who was talking about sort of hitting rock bottom. And as soon as I did too, like, you know, not like the rock bottom. I wasn't like homeless and shit, but I was busted, man. I watched an account just up and down thinking I was kind of, but then when it finally all hit the fan, I took one last like loss in that string and I was like, I am down like to a level where I need to get serious. I have a half-time job at the time. I was like, I'm not going to pay my rent eventually, like in the next few months, if I don't shape up. And so I reset everything. I, you know, got my trade journal. I got real serious about everything. I went to the TRI playbook and I followed everything I had learned already but hadn't been following. And I buckled down and I just was like religious about every single thing. I didn't break one fucking rule. And I stopped worrying about money. I was like, I'm not going to look at anything I'm not in. Don't care. No chasing, no bullshit. Just focused on good decisions. And you know what? I went up 250%, my entire portfolio up 250%, trading clean, patient shit. And it wasn't even during like a bull market. It was January, February, March, April of last year. So all that to say, for all the people who are out there trying to make money, obviously to some degree, that's why we're here in it for the tech. Focusing on trying to make money is a great way to lose focus on what's important, which is making good decisions. Fuck the money. How's that? Make good decisions, period. Whether that's cutting a loser, whether that's passing on a winner because you missed your good entry that's part of your plan, whatever. Those good decisions will add up. They will stack, compound, and eventually will result in the money that you were seeking. So focus on good decisions. Anyways, Bell. Looks great, man. What can I say? 1 tap, 2 tap, almost a tap, 3 taps, 4 taps, breakout. Retest? Maybe even a squeeze? Maybe even a pump chaser zone, just to really piss people off. You know, Bitcoin, ETH testing highs. Maybe they rush to the highs. Volume put comes in. Alts dump. Oh my God, death. Nope, just a pump chaser zone. So I have a Bell position. If we see like a strong breakout in Bitcoin, I may try to overtrade it and like cut some and then really like load up later, because sometimes these alt seasons, they come in liquidity cycles. Often they do. So, you know, I might have jumped the gun a little bit picking up all these alts, because usually ETH goes crazy first. Sometimes Bitcoin even joins that party. In this case, I don't know. Not convinced. And then, you know, so they go crazy, focuses on them. Altcoins are boring or, you know, whatever. Then suddenly that liquidity cycles into like the higher cap, the blue chips, then it, you know, into the mid caps, which are suddenly like 500 million. Then into the low caps, and then eventually into the micro caps. And that's probably like in June. Just punting a date there, but Q2 ends in June. So, you know, so yeah, I might have front run a little bit, but look at this chart, man. Tell me that you don't think this thing will hit that chaos PRZ sometime in second quarter, and I will call you a liar. Not saying it's guaranteed to happen, but you do think it will hit. So do I. So I'm in that position. Yeah. Appreciate that, Miroslav. Yeah, man. Like, that's it. It's crazy. It's crazy to some people. It's not intuitive, right? I want to make money. I'm going to do the things to bring me to make money. But if you focus on the money, you are watching your portfolio up, down as you make decisions. Bad decisions, emotional decisions. And ironically, it's what leads you away from what you desire. So, yeah. Send link. Yeah, Eric, I appreciate that, man. I hope so. If you guys haven't, okay, here's a shout out, because I know even though the market's being real nice right now for the most part, but some of you guys, maybe you're on leverage, maybe you're just fucking around, maybe you're listening copy trading somebody that's not good, or you're just getting caught in like the 1,000 different people telling you what to buy on Twitter, and you end up down or sideways and you're just feeling down right now. If you want to turn it around, guys, let me tell you something. There's a book, and it'll fucking change your life. And I know this is so cliche. Everyone who's read a book, they're like, this is the book. But I've read a lot of books, and I don't read a ton of self-help. I don't really like them. But read Atomic Habits. Okay? Let's look it up. And this isn't like, it's not about trading, but it will help you in your trading. Oh my God. So this is what pulled me out of where I was at. And it was a dark place at the end of the bear market. It was pretty dark. I would like to say like, oh yeah, ha ha ha, I knew it was going to be a bull soon. But I was in a dark place. And this fucking book is so practical. The guy's got a really cool story too. He got hit in the face with a baseball bat, crushed his entire face in. He was like what do you call it? Varsity baseball athlete. And he just got destroyed by a bat that somebody let go when they were swinging. And so he's like 1 foot in front of the other. And so he kind of builds the whole thing around that story. And anyways, so I'm just going to show this book. If you want to pull yourself out of a shitty place, or if you just want a little more in your life and you want it to reflect in your trading, read that fucking book and copy it. And I'm a shit talker because I need to go reread that book. I never even finished it. I got to like the last fifth of it, and then I was on track. Yeah, August read it. Good man. So you hear me. But yeah, like people won't always tell you that, well, what book should I get to get better at trading? And there's some really good ones. Trading in the Zone, Market Wizards, read those. They're great. But there's a fundamental piece to good trading that is about you and your psychology and your habits and your behavior and your decision making. And that is not something you read in most trading books. Or if it is, it's not, it's like a chapter. Trading in the Zone is really good, but it's kind of heavy and it's psychology based. Atomic Habits is like how to build your life up from a point of compounding returns. It's so fucking cool. Anyways, I'm going to go read it tonight. I talk about it so much. I could reread it. Let's go look through this short list, guys. And then I want to hear your guys' ideas, because there's a lot of really good. Oh, August says that guy has a newsletter too. I should read that. Yeah, because it's like one part. Okay, so I longed. God, I have ADHD, guys. I'm all over the place today. I longed algo today. I bought more. I bought this sweet spot. Then I, took some futures long through there somewhere. I suck at holding on to futures positions. I don't know. I hate funding. And then it's just so volatile. But yeah, I picked some up at like 105, longed it to here, sold some here, felt good about myself. Now I'm like, why did I sell? But whatever. No, that was just a trade. It was a good one. Moved on. And I picked some up here in this little consolidation because I don't know. Feels good. Feels right, Brian. So, if we break out of here, great. If we come down, it's a pretty loose position, low leverage. May cut if I'm staring at it. May just add if I miss it. But I love algo as far as like trying to not get too overwhelmed and just focus on a few different things. It's a multi-billion cap, so maybe you're not getting 100x, but this is why I love it. It's respecting the chaos. When I made that chaos video, and I still have this chart up because I was so fascinated by how well it just hit these levels, and then it hit this one. So I've got to trade my analysis. I've got to say like, whoa, this fucking thing has done everything. It didn't hear. But I don't know. I'm loving this reload zone. Anyways, for like, if we're going to have an alt season in the next few months, tell me that algo's not going to be part of it, and I will call you a liar. So I like that one. EWT. Completely bottomed out. Crazy strong project. Musk is in. Energy Web Token. Yeah, I've heard about that one. Atomic Habits is on my list to read as well. Got to get on it. Yeah, Eric, really strong play, dude. Can't recommend it enough. Adam, LTO, full hardware setup worth for trading. Ooh, rather not say. I'm actually about to buy a new computer because this is an iMac Pro that I'm looking at right now. It's really cool. If you're a Mac guy, it's the best thing you can get, and that's why I bought it in 2018 after 2017's gains. I used probably the best thing I did with those was spend some, and I bought this computer. But now it's like 4 years later, and I had to reboot it today before the stream, because it was like, So yeah, like literally this week I need to find a new computer probably. Just because it has to be fucking crisp when I'm streaming. I don't want anything less than perfect. So I don't know. I got a big decision this week. It's either going to be new PC for like 6K, like something supercharged like our producer just got, or like a juiced up iMac Pro, which would probably be more and give you less. But then I like the UI and the OS better because Mac, I'm a Mac noob, okay? It's easy. Just one screen? Nope. So I have the iMac Pro. I've got two 27-inch screens on the side. I've got a 27-inch screen above, and I've got a 27-inch screen here. Now, you don't need a ton of screens to be successful, but I've got my chats all here. So, Telegram, Discord, Rocket Chat, WhatsApp. And then I've got like YouTube and a chart up here. And then I've got my main charting always on the left. And then I've got spreadsheets and all this tracking shit on the top. And then like all my things I'm doing on the front. So I've got a system. I like it. I appreciate it. You don't need that though. But if you got some extra cash to spend and you want like a dope setup, yeah. iMac Pro lets you have 4 external monitors. And they're great. I love them. And here's one other thing. And this is probably where the cost goes up. $2K for this desk because it's like the kind that it's a stand sit electronic. Really good. I should stand more. I don't lately, but 45-minute intervals of standing sitting is like so good for you longer term. And then this mic is the Joe Rogan mic, as my producer put it. He's like, dude, just splurge on a mic. It's worth it. So I did the Shure SMB something. Just ask, just Google Joe Rogan's mic. It's really smooth. And then I've got the Scarlett, whatever you call it. You guys probably know if you've heard about it. The Scarlett 2i2, small little audio interface. This stand, don't sleep. If you get a nice mic, don't sleep on the stand that it comes with. There's some shitty ones out there for $20. Don't buy those. They're trash. I did. It sucked. And then the key lights, Elgato key lights. They're a little pricey, but HXRO Labs hooked me up, so I don't say no. And then the green screen is from Elgato as well. Elgato makes really cool shit. If you guys want a brand, they don't pay me, but I'll shill them. They're really strong. And then the Stream Deck, Elgato Stream Deck, so I can do stuff like this. Ooh, fancy. Buttons. And there's actually sound effects on there, but it's a Mac, so you can't put your computer sound to the stream. So anyways, guys, okay, sorry. That was one question for one person, and I'm just taking over the stream. But that's my setup. All told, over like the period of 3 years, it's probably closer to 15K Canadian. But that's not like, ooh, I want to have a setup and I go out and spend that and do that in day one. That took me a long time to build. I started out with a shitty old Mac, one monitor, then I added one, then this, key lights, green screen last summer, audio interface just this spring or winter. So yeah, it really depends on you, man. I wouldn't go crazy with your budget, like percentage wise on setting it up until you've proven that, like ideally it's money you take out of the market, not hard-earned cash. Put that hard-earned cash to work learning how to make more. Trading, focus on process. Because at the end of the day, all the fancy shit in the world won't save you from your bad behavior. I learned that in 2018. I had 2 monitors plus my Mac. Thought I was a fucking boss. Traded like shit. And it didn't matter how many screens I had. So I would prove to yourself you can do it. And then with those rewards you get from good trading, go out and splurge. Get a nice setup. It's great money spent, in my opinion. That's why I did it. Okay. Soft expensive software. Yeah. I don't know about software. Like Wirecast is what we use for the stream. Okay. I feel weird talking too much about this stuff, but you know what? Fuck it. It's my stream. Let's do it. We're here together. Y'all are asking questions. 9 charts. Yeah, I mean, if I wanted to go ham and I was like day trading, I could be like chart on every screen. So I could probably have like 12 or 16 up and just be like sitting back, sipping on something, eating popcorn, watching things. But I don't day trade, really. Sometimes in a perp long, I'll just like stare at it all day, but that doesn't count, right? I'm more a midterm swingy, and then I'm just on calls, doing chats, thinking up ideas like content creation, managing spreadsheets for my fund. Like, I don't do day trading. So day trading, yeah, the screens are more important for day traders. I'm just like a nerd, to be completely honest. Ever since I was a kid, I was like, I'm going to have a command center. And I would set up like my TV in the basement with the Nintendo 64, you know, and just sit down there with my buddies. I was like, it's a command center. And then like NFL in high school, we'd set up multiple TVs on Sundays and be like, a command center. Now I'm an adult and I have this profession and I can definitely justify it. So I'm like, fuck it. Full command center. Every screen I can fit. Like, you don't need it, but it's fun. All right, let's take a look at some charts, guys. That's what we're here for. I got off track. Y'all got me talking about hardware, which gets me fired up. Algo looks good. Ooh, I want this to break out. Okay. Quick skim down here, and then I'm going to take requests, guys, because I did say in the prelude that we would talk about this shortlist. So what the hell's a shortlist? If you guys haven't already, join our Discord. I should have in the description. That would be more pro, but I don't. But I will add it to the description on YouTube after the show. So if you're not already in the HXRO Labs Discord, I have a channel in there called Random Task Trades. I'm doing my best to keep it updated, especially when I do like a big splurge. I'll go and just fire off a bunch of charts. And, you know, they're a little more specific around like, here's where I bought stuff. Don't copy trade, guys. Don't make that your goal. It's just a losing battle. That's why I don't do a lot of like, here's my entry, here's my stop loss. Like that's just doesn't work. But I do a lot of posting in that channel. So if you haven't, join that. And in the meantime, let's take a look. So AST is one I was charting before, and I just opened it up and saw this. I was like, oh, cool. This was actually red when I found it. I was like, okay, I guess we can turn that green. So we flipped this key level. So, I mean, yeah, AST, does it cool off a little more? These lines don't always hold. Or does it keep going? So this is like an option. It's not one that I like, especially after the bounce off that EMA and then rejected there. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just not my style. I'd rather get something right down in the nitty gritty like this. Badger I put on here just because it broke out strong yesterday. I don't know if I love that chart. I probably have to get a better one. More history. Balancer. Keep an eye on Balancer, guys. Up. Reload zone. Up. Pump chaser zone. Up? Question mark. Looks pretty good down here. These are all Bitcoin pairs, of course. Because Bitcoin dominance is a, you know, like major breakdown. This is not, you know, it could bounce up. It could even squeeze up. But like that is a big level. Big level. So this is like day 2 of a huge breakdown. Like a multi-month breakdown in my opinion. I mean, we'll see. It could always reverse tomorrow. Big news hits, Bitcoin rallies, whatever. But, you know, with Bitcoin at the highs too, you got to wonder, like, is this the best time to be selling your Bitcoin to something else? You know, if it runs, maybe up here is where the alts go crazy once Bitcoin chills again or whatever. But I don't know. I'm long. So with that context, let's keep going. Balancer, band here. Oh, that's the other one for the Oracle play. So band just down here along the lows, breaking up here. www.breakout.retest.com. So probably adding in the mid 25s because I just like, you know, and then that's a range. This is probably just down here for a bit. But if we go into this alt season, if the Oracles rally, all that, can I get some action up here? I think so. So the better midterm positioning I can do this week, the more enjoyable my next 2 months will be because I can just kind of like focus on other work instead of like overtrade. Bell, you already know. BZRX I added to this list this morning because you know, I don't really know what they do, but it's DeFi. Nice upticks of volumes down here. Nothing crazy though, but like look at this sweet spot, guys. You're gonna see on so many of these charts. Like imagine just becoming a kind of trader that could just be disciplined enough to just buy at 702s after like a strong breakout. Strong breakout, don't care. Give me a 702. Bing, bing, bing. Like they break through sometimes for sure, but you're gonna see so many of these 702 tags in this charts today. Like right here, if you bought 702, you might have been crying for like 2 weeks, a little bit, but